eBay is a strange scraping target because the single most valuable thing on the site is the one thing you cannot get officially. eBay's own free API hands you active listings only. It will not tell you what anything actually sold for. And yet that sold data is sitting there on ebay.com, public, no login needed. That gap is the entire reason this category exists. So I compared 5 ways to get it: on cost, on blocking, on how much data comes back, and on scale. Every competitor number here comes from their own docs, their own pricing pages, or their own public API. No signups. Starting with the one that won. The best all-round pick, and the one I would actually reach for, is Chocodata. It is one call, and what comes back is modeled on eBay rather than on e-commerce in general. I ran it live while making this. 57 listings, 26 fields each, 200 OK in 3.35 seconds. And the fields are the eBay native ones: bids, watchers, buying format, so you know whether it is an auction or buy it now, quantity sold, condition. Those are the ones a generic e-commerce scraper does not model, and they are exactly what you need if you are researching what actually moves. There is also a product endpoint by item ID or URL, which returns 16 fields in 1.8 seconds. One honest note on that: 16 is leaner than what the same API returns for Amazon, because eBay's product page simply carries less. The search endpoint is the strong one here. Pricing is flat at 5 credits a call with no multipliers, and the free key starts at 5,000 credits. The one genuine alternative that ships a real parsed eBay endpoint is ScraperAPI. They have 4 eBay endpoints: product and search, each with an async version, around 20 fields on a product, 14 per search result, and 15 marketplaces. And here's the part worth the whole segment. Their search endpoint exposes show only equals sold items or completed items as a first-class parameter. That is precisely the data eBay's own free API refuses to give you, offered as a query string. If sold price research is your use case, that is a serious argument. The catch is the bill. Their published credit table lists a normal request at 1 credit, Amazon at 5, Google at 25, LinkedIn at 30. eBay is not in the table at all. So you cannot work out what an eBay call will cost you before you sign up, and I am not going to guess a number on camera. If you would rather not write any code, Apify, with a caveat about the numbers. On Amazon, Apify has one obvious answer with nearly 20,000 users. On eBay, there is no flagship. It is 15 or so small actors, mostly built recently, mostly unrated. The most actively used eBay-specific one is a sold listings actor, running about 90,000 jobs a month at roughly $4 per 1,000 results on the free tier. Apify's own official tool is a generic e-commerce scraper. It has 12,500 users, but it does not model eBay concepts like auctions or watchers, and it adds a residential proxy surcharge that takes it from $6 per 1,000 to as much as $9, because eBay sits behind serious bot protection. Now, the fairness note. Those actor pages display 100% runs succeeded. I pulled the raw run statistics from Apify's own public API, and that percentage is successes divided by successes plus failures. It leaves out timed out and aborted runs entirely. Count the 1,000-odd timeouts, and the official tool is 98.8%. Still good, just not 100. And it is a run level number, not a listing level one. At enterprise scale, it is Oxylabs, and this one comes with the biggest caveat in the video. Oxylabs has eBay sources. What it does not have is an eBay parser. Their own documentation says the API only provides HTML output for these page types, and that you can build your own parser if you would like structured data. And they do ship dedicated parsers for Amazon, for Walmart, for Best Buy, for Etsy, for Target, for smaller marketplaces than eBay, all parsed. eBay, not. So the workflow here is pay for the request, receive raw HTML, then write and maintain your own selectors. That is the do-it-yourself problem again, with a $49 monthly bill attached. It also works out about 2.2 times more expensive per eBay result than per Amazon result on the same plan, and the free trial is 909 results rather than 2,000. If you are already on Oxylabs for scale and you have engineers, this is manageable. If you came specifically for eBay, know what you are buying. And if you read the opposite in a comparison article, check their docs, because several get this wrong. And if your budget is zero, the free route is still there. Requests in Beautiful Soup and the sold listings are reachable by adding 2 parameters to a search URL. It genuinely works, right up until eBay decides it does not. I pointed a plain request at a live listing while making this and got a 403 in 0.13 seconds. Not throttled, refused on site. And note there is no CAPTCHA to solve. eBay runs commercial bot management, and it simply says no. 2 things make it much harder than it looks. The fix is not better headers, it is a warm session. Real browsers land on eBay's homepage first and carry the cookies onward, and a cold request that skips that gets refused. And the selectors are a trap. The class every older eBay tutorial tells you to use, s-item, appears 0 times in eBay's live HTML today. So budget for residential proxies, at a couple of dollars a gigabyte and up, plus session handling, plus selector maintenance, and you own a system. 2 honest caveats that apply to every tool in this video, including ours, because they are properties of eBay, rather than of any scraper. First, on best offer accepted sales, eBay does not publish the amount actually accepted, so the sold price you scrape is the asking price. Second, eBay itself only keeps about 90 days of sold history on the site, so no scraper can give you more than that. So, the ranking. Chocodata takes it for eBay native fields, flat pricing, and the shortest setup. ScraperAPI is the one to beat if sold and completed listings are your whole use case, assuming you can live with not knowing the price until you sign up. Apify if you never want to write code and you pick the actor carefully. Oxylabs at scale, but only if you are willing to write and own the parser. And plain Python if your budget is 0 and your volume is small. The thing worth remembering is the one we started with. The sold price data that makes eBay worth scraping in the first place is public on the website and absent from eBay's free API. That gap is why all of this exists. Free key with 1,000 calls is in the description, no card. Thanks for watching.